video, we're going to go over how to have a proper posture. So I'm going to go ahead and do this from the side, and I would suggest that you do the same. I would also suggest that you do this while you can see into a mirror. So I've got a mirror lined up with my camera here so that I can do this with you. So I would suggest that you do the same. So first things first, we're going to move to a side view here. And what we're going to do to start things off is make sure that our feet are about hip width apart, about shoulder width apart here. We want to look down and know that our feet are a really firm foundation. Like anything, we got to start with the foundation here. Next, I want you to think about your feet kind of like a tripod. We want to make sure that we have a really firm foundation and we're not going to get shaken off. So what I want you to think about is spreading those toes out, make sure that heel is planted, making sure those toes are planted. We're not rocking back into our heels or rocking forward into our toes. We're really even and firm in our feet. Then we want to practice getting our pelvis into position. So our pelvis should be about, again, stacked up with our knees and our feet. So we want to make sure in the mirror that it is pretty much lined up there. Next, we're going to talk about our tilt. So there is a posterior or an anterior tilt. An anterior tilt is where we are pushed forward like this. The hips are kind of pushed back. And a posterior tilt is the other way. So obviously these are pretty exaggerated here. You can kind of see posterior, anterior. We obviously don't want either of these. We want to have a nice neutral pelvis. So, we're not tilted forward, we're not tilted backwards. We're pretty much neutral right here. Next, we kind of want to talk about our rib cage. Oftentimes when we try to stand up really straight and have good posture, we bring our shoulders back. But what that does is that causes our ribs to flare out, and that prevents us from having proper access to our diaphragm and prevents us from being able to breathe properly. So we don't want to be overly exaggerated flaring out our ribs here. We want them, again, to be kind of just slightly tucked in here so that we can have that proper connection, breath into engagement there. Once you've kind of done this, we can bring our arms up and we are in a nice neutral position all around. We don't have any rib flare. We're able to breathe properly. Our pelvis is not anteriorly or posteriorly tilted. It's in that nice neutral position. And this is how we have proper posture